welcome back to Fox Farms. This is episode 2, and this is Male Dad. Last time, we set up our chicken farm, our chicken coops, and we combined about 7 fields into one gigantic field. Let's take a look. And it was way more than 7. It was 9. 9 fields we combined into one gigantic field, and we plowed it all together. We have 7 chicken coops. Each coop has 250 chickens. And each coop has 70,000 liters of food. We are in September, 1 month into our gigantic chicken farm, with our goal of being hopefully 1 million or 1 billion, that is with a B, $1 billion. I don't know how long it will take. I don't know if we can even reach $1 billion, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out, and we're going to find out together. So yes, as of right now, we have 7 chicken coops, each one of them fully filled, 70,000 liters of sorghum, which was what we were able to harvest from 3 of the 9 fields that we ended up combining together. And those fields are now, they're just waiting to be seeded. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Go ahead and unfold this seeder. As you can see, this is the Kinsey multi-fruit planter, not a seeder. I do have it set with a roller attachment, and it holds 25,000 liters of liquid fertilizer and 75,000 liters of seed. We have it set for wheat, and I've got a seeder down there, or a planter at the other end down there. So we're going to start on this side. And go ahead and turn on the seeder as it says in the menu there, and we're going to lower it down. And get underway. So, while I'm getting this started, I have pre-ordered Farming Simulator 25 for the PlayStation 5. I'm super excited. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments, if you're excited for Farming Simulator 25. If you've pre-ordered, if you're going to pre-order, if you're going to wait and see how it is once it comes out, see the reviews. I don't blame you any which way you go. I have FOMO. I wanted to make sure that I've got it no matter what. All right, so we're going to get this sucker started here. We're going to do one headland around the outside and then hire a worker. I love hiring workers. It makes it so that I can do other jobs around the farm, or just run another planter, seeder, harvest, whatever I've got going on. The only downside is that, especially with a planter like this where you have the roller attachment, the workers tend to pick up the planter before it's rolled all the way through. So you do have to go back through and hit some rolling spots that were missed. But it is a huge time saver in the long run. You don't have to worry about going back and rolling it again after you've already gone over it planting. So, I guess you pick your battles, Anyway, I'm going to get started on this, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. All right. So as you can see, we are almost done planting this field. These planters are getting very close to one another. So let's take a look at the map as far as growth. It's the first stage. But here's the important thing. So if you see here these little bright blue dashes all over the place, that is where the planter was raised by the worker and the roller didn't hit. In my experience, crop doesn't tend to grow as well or at all, and I don't want to have that many holes in our field crop wise. So as soon as this worker here is done with this row, I'm going to start hitting all the spots where the roller didn't hit. That way we can get that nice and cleaned up, and then we'll go get the fertilizer spreaders. I did buy a second one, so we'll have both tractors spreading fertilizer, solid fertilizer. That way everything will be this nice dark blue, double fertilized, so we can get as close to maximum yield as possible. Alrighty, we are just about done fixing all these spots where the roller missed, where the worker missed. So I just need to grab this spot down here and then up this line, and then it is time to throw down our second layer of solid fertilizer on top of the liquid fertilizer. So let's go ahead and knock this out real quick. If I can find it. There it is. Alrighty, and then we'll find our line going up the edge of the property, edge of the map. Alrighty, we're just going to run this all the way down to the end. Then we'll grab our fertilizer spreaders, set those on workers, get this sucker fertilized, and that'll be it. And then we'll come back next month and check the progress of the growth, which obviously will not be done, but we'll also be checking on our chickens, seeing how they're doing with their food. There should not be any babies yet at all because they're babies themselves. But yeah, we will go from there. Looks like I missed a spot down there. How did that happen? Nope, I'll have to run back down and get it as soon as I get up here to the end. Alrighty, let's double check. Okay, everything has been hit except for this one spot down here. Let's run back down real quick, grab that, put this planter away, grab our fertilizer spreader. I already have the other tractor sitting at the entrance to this field with its fertilizer spreader ready to go. And with having two tractors going, they'll cut our work time in half. Who knows, maybe I should get 4 of everything. We'll probably do that once I have more fields and I'm doing more work. Oh, yes, I did miss that spot. There it is, and there it is. Alrighty, let's take the sucker back over to the farm. fact, let's see if we can get a worker to take it back. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Well, the worker's doing something. Sometimes it'll say that it's not in transport mode, and that always confuses me. I don't know where this worker is going right now, so I'm just going to take control for a moment. Alrighty, let me get this back over there, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so I have both my tractors with their fertilizer spreaders. Both fertilizer spreader has 100 or 10,000 liters of solid fertilizer, and I have the auger wagon over here with 100,000 liters of solid fertilizer, so that when I need to fill them up, I don't have to keep running back to the buying station. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the auger wagon down here. It's probably going to be the closest to midway as I can really get it. Extend the pipe, or the arm. It's really an arm. I don't know why it calls it a pipe. Leave that there. I'm not 100% sure. I have not tested this yet. If it'll just automatically run when I pull up with an empty spreader. But we'll see. I might just need to hook up the truck to it. Not sure yet. But we'll find out. We'll find out together. As a mailman, I will tell you this is one of my least favorite mailboxes. Get that sucker out of here. Yep, right in the middle of the road, right where it belongs. Alrighty, so if we check our map here, the dark blue is double fertilized. So we have a couple spots where there was no field before that we plowed up to combine it. So I'm going to go hit those spots real quick. And then when we get to the bigger field, that's where we'll let the workers go, knock it out. It shouldn't take long at all. In fact, I might not need all of the solid fertilizer that I have, which is fine. I can put it in a silo, save it for the next time. So let's see what we get here. This is a wide spread. It is a 42 meter spread. I can lower it. Didn't think about it. No, just not worried about it since I'm just hitting a few spots here and there. Why is that not showing coverage? I understand why it's not showing coverage here right now, but I mean on the map it should be showing that I've hit those spots. Very strange. Maybe they don't need to be done. Maybe they're okay. So we're just going to go ahead and skip that. I'm going to bring it over here where the road used to be. Which is weird. On top of everything else that's weird. Everything's weird to me. Here, as you can see, the original road is showing up as being fertilized, and it is, where I plowed it up. But on the map here, it is single fertilized, not double. So let's see what happens now that we're fertilizing. You know what? know what I did. So I need to get one growth stage before I put down another layer of fertilizer. So what we will do right now is just test out what I was trying to figure out earlier. See if this will run on its own and refill this fertilizer spreader. It will not. Alright, let's unhook the truck. I don't care what DJ GoHam and Clutch Simulations say, I am the best backwards driver in Farming Sim. No, quick shout out to both those guys and Farmer Cop. I love you guys. You all inspired me to start making videos, and I couldn't be happier. Thanks to you guys. Seriously, thank you for the time that you all put in, and now I'm going to be putting in time as well. This is a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but I really do enjoy this. So thank you guys. Also, I know I wasn't recording when I did this, but I went in and I changed the road. I feel like this looks more like a dirt gravel road, even though it's called a pathway. I like it. I like it. Makes it seem more like a farm to me. But we are getting there. We are getting there, folks. Alrighty, so what we're going to do now, let's check on our chickens. So, our productivity is 10%. The chickens so far, you know, we're only basically about 2 hours into this month. They've eaten 53 liters of food, which is fine. We have 250 chickens in each one of the coops, and their health is 10% because they just came into this world. So what we will do, we will take everything back over to the farm. I will skip us forward 1 month. We'll take a look at how much food they've eaten, how their health is doing, any production that has taken place, and we'll plan from there. We'll see what we've got, see if there's anything we need to do, you know, as maybe a contingency or an emergency plan, and we will go from there. All right, welcome to October, 8 a.m. on a beautiful October morning here on Fox Farms. As you can see, we've got our fertilizer spreaders sitting down there ready to go. Let's check on the chickens. Okay, so their productivity is 100%, their health is 100%, their puberty 16%, so they're not making babies yet, which is perfectly fine. In 1 month, they have used just over 1,000, so 1,250 liters of food. So for having 250 chickens, not bad. Not bad. From what I can see, if I do my math correctly, if you multiply that by 4, we're looking at close to 8,000 liters per month if it is a full chicken coop. So I would say these chickens are good to go for a while. We have time between now and wheat harvest before we have to worry about their food. And on top of that, we have food in reserves. We have sorghum, 278,000, almost 279,000 liters of sorghum in our big giant silo over by the chicken coops. So let's do some fertilizing. If we look at the map, okay. So last month I tried to fertilize the spots that were not showing as being fertile. Man, somebody really should pick up that mailbox. And it wasn't taking it because I had a brain fart. You must let it go one growth cycle before you add another layer of fertilizer. So now we're going to do that. Ooh, I just thought about something. Crop destruction. Crop destruction is turned on. I really hope that this does not hurt what we have planted. We're going to find out. Okay. All right. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any issues. As of yet. That's good. That's good. I'm not seeing any issues with the with our big flotation tires, and maybe the flotation tires are what's keeping the crop destruction from hitting. I'm learning right along with you guys. I have been playing the game for a while, but this is actually the first time I've ever truly played with crop destruction turned on. So as you can see, those spots have now disappeared. It is double fertilized. So I'm going to go from here and I'm going to start hitting all these spots, and then we will get the workers set up. Actually, let's do this smart. I'm going to hire the worker over here on the south side of the field. Let them just take off and do their thing while I spot with the other fertilizer spreader. Alrighty, as you can see, we are almost done fertilizing. Once we are done with fertilizing, we will run over to the chicken coops and see how the eggs are looking. I'll be honest, I don't even know where they're stored. I've never used these chicken coops before, so this is all new to me, which is perfectly fine. I will figure it out from there. I may have to get a telehandler or a forklift. We shall see. We shall see. Alright, so last pass for both fertilizing tractors. I do believe this worker here may run out before he gets to the end. If so, the other fertilizer spreader has enough to finish it off. But that's good to know. Granted, didn't fertilize the whole field because not all of the field needed it, but gives me a rough idea. Roughly 20,000 liters for, I would say, about half of the field. So moving forward, figure I would say between 35,000 and 40,000 liters of fertilizer to do one full coverage. That's great. That's great to know. I do have 100,000 liters in this multi-fruit silo over here. So, yeah. All right. Moving forward, we're getting an idea of what it takes, at least for this field. We will eventually buy other fields. I haven't decided whether I'm going to plant more wheat, or just keep this as just the wheat field and then do other crops as far as like grass or maybe corn. I might do corn and get a forage harvester, to make chaff to turn into silage. Haven't decided yet. We're still figuring things out as we go. Alrighty, this worker has 11% left, 1,100 liters. I think it'll make it to the end. So when this worker gets to the end, I'm going to make sure I shut her down, send it back to the farm. Look at the beard on that guy. The mustache and big old mutton chops. That's hilarious. I love it. Alrighty, you are shut down. Send you back to the farm. You are almost done. Had just enough solid fertilizer. I had plenty left over in the other one, so if I had an issue and ran out with this spreader, I would have been okay. But luckily I didn't have to worry about moving anything around or anything like that. So there we go. This entire wheat field has now been double fertilized. And real quick, if we look down here in the lower right, wheat is growing. Our yield bonus is plus 98%. I would say that's probably because we did not lime. I don't have lime required. At the same time, we don't have weeds, so we don't have the negative there. It could have been because of plowing. When this field is ready to harvest, I will get a mulcher and mulch and then plant and not plow again. At this point, the plows are pretty much just for creating fields. So let's get this sucker back to the farm and we'll go check on the chickens. Alrighty. So we're still at 68,750 liters of food, 100% health. Let's go ahead and open this door. Okay, here's where our eggs are stored. We have 97 eggs right now, 60 kilograms. And I'm gonna see if I can back this trailer in these double doors. If I can, then no need for anything else. If not, then I will get a forklift or a telehandler, something. I should be able to back this in here though. The other coops might be the issue though. Okay, so I can back it in here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get a forklift or a telehandler. It's too tight of a space to really mess with. So, yeah, I think that is the best course of action. so that when we need to get our eggs out, it'll just be a lot quicker to just go in, scoop them up with the forklift, and go from there. Alright, so we're back over here at the farm. May as well fill up our fertilizer spreader before we park them. Alrighty, that's one. Best backwards driver in Farm Sim. Telling you right now, they may as well just make my trophy. Get Mail Dad Gaming engraved on it. May as well. I'll tell you what. I will even back this sucker over to the silo to fill it up with solid fertilizer. Granted, going in reverse at 13 miles an hour. And we are filled back up. Let's check real quick. Okay, so we have 83,700 liters of solid fertilizer in that silo. I really do love that addable trigger. It makes a silo that's not being used usable. It really does, work well. It's a space saver instead of having to put down extra silos. Now, I do know, you're probably saying to yourself, well, you've got that silo over there by the chicken coops. Yeah, there was no silo over there at the time. That's why I put it over there. And that silo is going to be for feed, just for the feed. So, got a question that we've got to figure some things out. We've got $466,000, and we know we need a forklift, but also we need somewhere to store the eggs, because I'm not going, unless I absolutely have to, I don't want to sell the eggs at a loss. So let's see what we can do about storage. Alright, we've got all these different productions. And granted, these are productions, not storage, but I believe there should be a storage, like a logistics center or something like that around here somewhere. I know where it is. Okay, it's under buildings. Maybe containers. It's liquid storage, water tank. It's got to be under sheds. It's got to be. Let's see. I mean, we could do a bulk haul, and put in the pallet shelves. That could work. Or Or we could do another another bulk haul, like, oh, here we go, large industrial warehouse. 1,350 pieces. Is it worth it? Because that's really, in the grand scheme of things, not a lot of eggs. That's maybe 6 months worth of eggs. Although I might be selling them before then, depending on the prices. Or we could do the bale and pallet storage. It's 1,000 pieces, so sucker does take up a lot of space. A lot of space. But along with that, you can drive in and out multiple locations. Yeah. Yep, we're doing it. We're doing it. All right, you ready? Ready, and place. Okay. So now we're down to $266,000. And we need to get a forklift. I highly doubt a forklift is going to cost that much. But let's open up this storage area. See what we got. I like it. A lot of space. Here's where we will be offloading. Yep, I think this was a great idea. And I believe we might be able to somehow add storage to it. We do have the pallet logistics shelves. Where are they? Under containers, silos. Here we go. The auto pallets managers. Okay, so we just have to find the one that will store eggs. Boom! Eggs. And then we have another building, this bale and pallet storage. 750 pieces. I don't know. Let's go in here and look at our forklifts. Not a forklift. I want a. Do I want a front loader, a wheel loader, telehandler, or skid steer? I think we're gonna go with the telehandler. Wow, they're way more expensive than I thought they'd be. Yeah, let's 69 horsepower. Ha ha ha! Very funny. Yeah, let's go with the Ferguson. All fenders. Alrighty, 74,500. Money is dropping. We're buying more than we're making, but it will be all right. Look at all these attachments. All right, pallet fork. Gotta go red. Okay. So here is our brand new telehandler. Our pallet forks. Alright, we're going to take this sucker down and park it at the chicken coop area. And we will see you next time.